The Pacific Northwest. Its mountains, its waters, and its diverse landscapes combine to make it a special environment for both its people and its wildlife. The city of Seattle is the hub that connects people and the land, an emerald city that prides itself on representing the best of all possibilities available to those who want to live in harmony with nature. But now the vital respect for the environment and tradition of living in harmony with it has been challenged by a seemingly intractable problem: the Canada goose. Geese here, like geese in the east and geese in the Midwest, have become nuisances because of their attraction to open places such as this. Their droppings cause an inconvenience to people, and for the crime of that inconvenience, the punishment for thousands has been death.
They're killing geese right now in Sailor Park. Right this minute, they're killing geese.
The solution to the problem is not killing.
If you've never seen the geese being rounded up and gassed to death in the back of a truck, it's horrifying.
How can you ensure that the way they're being killed is humane? No one's watching them. They're still alive, I can hear them.
Seattle is unusual. It's a pretty progressive place with an environmental sensibility that would make you think that killing wildlife because they're pooping would never happen.
The number of complaints we were receiving was really high. People really frustrated, they were disgusted, they didn't want to bring their kids into the park, and they saw it only in terms of geese are a negative presence in our parks.
Most people in the city don't support killing the geese. So we organized a very successful media campaign, a letter writing campaign. We essentially flooded the Parks Department and the mayor's office with letters, emails, phone calls from people saying that there has got to be a better way, so please work with the animal groups to explore humane solutions. And to their credit, they gave it a shot. They put aside their differences with us, just as we did with them, and agreed to embark upon what I think is a pretty innovative, flexible, scalable project.
And I'm Linda Brill, live in Seattle, with a new non-lethal tool against goose poop.
Paws and the Humane Society of the United States and the city are working on humane solutions to controlling the geese populations. And so instead of gassing the geese every year, there's a whole program that we work on. We're getting out here on the lakes and all of the different beaches around Seattle. And what we're trying to do is have the geese move away from areas that are so populated so people aren't complaining about it. We do this in the evening to scare them away. So this is a laser gun. We have people that come to Green Lake every morning and pick up the poop before everyone gets out to exercise. So you've noticed that it's getting cleaner, and well, that's good.
I think I'll go ahead here because they're coming my way.
This is a volunteer program. Basically, it's all volunteer based. We've got up to 100 volunteers out here.
I was so upset the last few years as to how they were handling the problem. So when this came up, I wanted to volunteer and help any way I could.
The program is community-based, and whether it's people that are using the park, whether it's activists, whether it's people that live around the perimeter of the lake, they're wanting to be part of the program because it's something that's humane and proactive and positive.
It's part of the program for the Seattle Parks Department of harassing the geese, putting pressure on them, making them believe that there is a predator in the area to try and move them back into the natural areas. Initially, we had 150 geese. We're down to about 6 birds resident. But we pretty much moved the entire group of them out. They know that there is a predator here, and they just don't come in anymore.
Ah, that sounds good. Give it. Yeah, that's right, girl.
We are doing our fourth and final for the year application of Flight Control Plus, which is a chemical repellent that keeps geese from feeding in treated areas. It just gives the geese a mild case of indigestion, and they can see it in the ultraviolet light spectrum. So when they encounter it again after getting conditioned to know that the turf that looks like this makes them a little bit queasy, they go elsewhere. And there were 4 geese when we got here, kind of hanging out over there, as opposed to the 30 that were here the first time we sprayed. So that's an improvement.
I think this is a real manageable, smaller site, heavy use by the public. So in the section that is grass, that if we are able to be successful and keep geese off, then that is, I think, what we're trying to do.
And my thinking is that each site is going to end up needing essentially its own recipe of dogs, lasers, landscape modification, repellents, all the different stuff that's available to us.
I'm really impressed with the efforts of the volunteers and just really watching them out there and quietly doing their work. No recognition, no fanfare. I was at one of the parks the other day, and a woman walking around just with a little dustpan, a little broom, and she's out there quietly cleaning up goose poop and doing things sort of behind the scenes that others may not see, but that are absolutely the things that are making the difference.
And I think this is an effort to work with parks and with others to show them that we really can live with these geese in the city.
And seeing the geese destroyed, it hurts so bad that all the volunteers don't want to see that happen again. And we're just so thankful that the Seattle Parks have given this moratorium for 2 years. So that means we have to work extra hard and get many, many volunteers to help so that this will never happen again.
I believe that the bad old days are over and that the city could never go back rounding up geese and gassing them in the backs of trucks. I don't believe that we'll go back to that way of doing things. We run the program in a way that it satisfies the city's needs so that they feel that they are doing what needs to be done to solve the goose problem. We satisfy the public's concerns so that they are not stepping through inches of goose poop. And of course, we satisfy our first mission, which is to protect the animals and make sure that their welfare is at the top of people's minds.
These solutions focus resources and responsibility where it most counts, within the community itself. Here people care about the environment, about the animals that are their wild neighbors, and about one another. All benefit from a dedication to solutions that affirm rather than deny life.